Cervelo Caledonia review. Hey, this is Ryan from FitLab, and welcome to our review of the Cervelo Caledonia. You will find links to the product in the description, and you can use the links to check the latest prices and other user reviews. Cervelo Caledonia overview. Among all the bike brands in the market today, Cervelo is completely focused on creating racing bikes that have an aerodynamic design. Among its standout offerings were its S-Series bikes, which define the design and capabilities of aerodynamic bikes and even acted as the inspiration to some future models. Considering these achievements, observing the Caledonia may seem like a stark departure. Its main focus is appealing to a mass audience, and it aims to be an endurance bike that you can rely on for longer adventures on any terrain. However, it still remains a Cervelo bike at the end of the day, so it'll combine the tough classic road advantages with the adjustments catering to professional cyclists, and it does a good job at that. Its gearing goes quite low, which will suit you if you enjoy that style of riding. Due to its stable geometry, it has very good descending and ascending speeds, and you will not find many negatives to say about its comfort levels either. What we liked: it has an integrated power meter, very stable handling, comfortable to use on any terrain. It holds very good speeds over flat land. What we didn't like: slightly heavy compared to other endurance bikes, not home mechanic friendly. As you can see from this table, the Cervelo Caledonia is great for general purpose use and handling all types of terrain, thanks to the frame, shifters, and derailleurs. Things you should know before buying the Cervelo Caledonia. To boost its proficiency in aerodynamics, the company spent more time making the carbon frame strong enough to balance stiffness and compliance, and they do not supply any aerodynamic claims for the bike. Its combination of sharp handling and aero tubes makes it race-ready at all times, particularly because you could use a variety of headset-bearing spacers and caps to adjust the stack. The main drawback is that the Caledonia is not a tubeless bike at all, which is what makes it so bulky. This presents a major issue when you are attempting to replace the parts such as tires, because detaching and reattaching them is difficult and time-consuming. Cervelo Caledonia features. Build. For this bike, Cervelo looked to its previous models as the main inspiration. It has a similar, stiff character to it, especially in the head tube and bottom bracket, same as the approach that the company's R-Series bikes took. The only difference with the Caledonia is the greater seat tube and seat stay compliance, resulting in a smoother ride even when using it for long stretches. Its geometry aims to provide smoother and more stable handling than the sharper reactions in its predecessors. These adjustments involve installing a fork offset of 50 millimeters and tilting the head angle to 72 degrees. The frame itself is quite bulky though, coming in at 1,031 grams, while the fork comes in at 432 grams. On the other hand, the combination of the bigger wheelbase and the slanted head angle increases the bike's stability when you take it out for some rough cycling sessions. Performance. The bike does have many noticeable advantages for most riders, especially if you are a non-racer. The high-quality carbon bar and a fairly compliant frame at its rear end, as well as the big tires, making it good at nullifying road vibrations and making your ride smoother on rough terrain. The other aspect is the addition of mud guard mounts, which protect the bike and your feet from poor road conditions and make it suitable for all kinds of weather. Other additions that enhance this effect are the rear light mount, a replacement for the bottom section of the saddle rail clamp, and drilling the aero fork to create a removable seat stay bridge. Verdict. So is the Cervelo Caledonia worth the investment? In some ways it is worth the investment, despite the lack of a tubeless setup. It does feel like an accomplished bike and will make you a fan of the brand due to its versatility. Who is the Cervelo Caledonia best suited for? Its build and geometry makes it suitable for a wide range of users and applications, except if you are only planning on doing extreme mountain climbing activities. Are there any alternatives to the Cervelo Caledonia? The Pivot Switchblade Pro XT XTR is the most balanced option and can handle all parts of the trails you move on. That's all for today. Did you enjoy the video? If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If there is another bike you're curious about, leave the name in the comment section below, and we could review it in the next video.